Alright guys, that's the lab time. We're gonna take a look to the BGP neighbor configuration together. So we have two steps to accomplish. In the first step, for topology above, we need to perform neighbors between router 4 and router 5 over loopback and without loopbacks. Okay, as you can see, these guys are eBGP peers, right? Because they are in different autonomous systems. In the second, for the topology above, we need to perform neighborhoods router 1 and router 4 via loopback. Okay, this guy has a loopback 1111, I think, and this guy has a loopback 4444, and we need to peer them via IBGP this time because they are in the same autonomous system. Okay, what I'm gonna do firstly in the question is to activate an IGP to provide IBGP connection. Okay, as I told you in the slides, we need an IGP, or we need to define a static route or something like that, because before configuring IBGP, we need to provide the reachability between our routers. Alright, so let's go and define the OSPF in the autonomous systems. Alright, brief router ID network. Then let's jump to other guy. Network area 0 and network 24. Let's go. Router OSPF 1 and router ID 333 network and 13. Okay, router 4, router OSPF 1, router ID, then network. CLA is making me crazy sometimes. 3, 4 and 2, 4, and let's advertise our loopback as well. Okay, I finished my OSPF configuration in the autonomous system, and let's start with the second step now. We need to perform a neighborship between router 1 and 4 via their loopback. Okay, they're in the same autonomous system as you can see. Let's go to 1 and 4. I'm in router 1. Let's try the ping first. If I get the loopback. Okay, I can get the loopback of router 4, as you can see, via IGP from the IGP that I configured. OSPF is carrying me. Alright, now I can configure IBGP. Router BGP and AS number. Neighbor 4444 is in the remote AS of 5500, and neighbor, when I'm neighboring with 4444, I'm sourcing my loopback. Okay, to define the neighborship from the loopback, we need to use update source loopback command. Alright, I'm on router 4. Then I'm going to define the neighbor statements. Neighbor, this time 1111 in remote AS of 5500, and neighbor 1111 update source loopback 0. When I'm neighboring with this guy, I'm sourcing my loopback 0, which is IP address of 4444. Alright, let's see if I can provide a BGP adjacency between these two guys. Okay, I'm waiting. And yes, as you can see, the BGP is converging a little bit slower when you compare with the OSPF or EIGRP, but we accomplished. BGP adjacency is up right now with 1111, and I can check the show IP BGP summary, and I can see my neighbor, and I can see the timers as well. Alright, this second step is accomplished. Let's take a look at the first step now. For the topology above, perform neighborship between 4 and 5 this time. Okay, I'm gonna eBGP peer these guys. Firstly, using without loopback. Then I'm gonna show you what we should do to peer with from the loopback. Alright, router 4. Router BGP and neighbor. 5 and remote AS is 6500, right? Okay, let's go to 5. Remove the, oh, what I'm doing, neighbor, remote AS 5500. Okay, that should be enough to peer, because I'm trying to establish an eBGP peering. Alright, that's cool. I haven't configured anything. I just configured a neighbor and remote AS statement, as you can see, to peer from the direct interfaces connected to each other. Okay, I have peered by using these IP addresses, and I provide peering with the router 4 and router 5. If I want to make them neighbor from their loopback addresses, what I need to configure is, for this time, for eBGP, I should use eBGP multi-hop command. Okay. Actually, eBGP peers should be directly connected, as you can see in here. These interfaces are directly connected, but my loopback interfaces are not directly connected, as you can see. So I need to use eBGP multi-hop command. Also, what I need to configure else is a static route between router 4 and router 5 to provide communication between 4444 and 5555. Alright, let's go. IP route to 5555, send the packet to this guy, and let's do it in the reverse direction. Then I'm getting into the BGP statement, and what I should define in here is BGP neighbor 4444 BGP multi-hop 2. But I just need to define it first. Neighbor 4444 remotes AS, and this time BGP multi-hop 2. And I need to make the same configuration in here. Neighbor 5555 in remote AS and neighbor 5555 with BGP multi-hop 2. Alright, guys. As you can see that I configured all the steps, and I showed you how I become adjacent, how I become a peer from the loopbacks or from the direct info interfaces in BGP, and I showed you how we can make peering from our loopbacks in the IBGP. So I can use the tick in here as well. Okay guys, we are coming to the end of this session too, and thanks for viewing.